Assalamu alaikum. I am Adil Khar with the lecture 2 of DSP. Now let's start. What is a signal? Signal is a physical quantity that changes with respect to some independent variable. Signals usually come from sensors. Now if we define a system, we can define a system as a process that creates signals. For example, consider it is a system and a signal x of n is coming to it. By applying some of the operations, we are used to get desired objectives in the form of an output signal called as y of n. Now consider these operations we are going to apply on the systems. First of one is flip. If we want to do a flip of a signal, we usually get a mirrored image of the signal. For example, this is the y of n, and if we get the mirrored image or a flip, we have this obtained signal. Now the second option is shift system. It depends upon the sign, whether it is minus or plus. If it is plus sign, we have to move towards the left side, or if it is a minus sign, we have to move towards the right side. Now come to the index scaling. Index scaling depends upon the multiplication or division. If the number is being multiplied, we have to compress our signal, and if it is being divided, we have to enlarge our signal. Consider this example. We have a signal of this and we have to apply scaling, then we have reduced signal in this form of this. Now consider an example if which involve all of these functions: flip, shift and scale. Now the question arises that which of the operation should be applied first. Now here we will apply the flip operation first, then shift and then scale. We have this input signal and we have this output applying firstly the flip signal, the flip operation, the shift operation and then the scale operation. Now if we note one thing, that if we apply if we compress our signal and then enlarge our signal, we do not get the original signal. So there are some methods to get the original signal. To extract the original signal, the techniques are zero order hold, first order hold and second order hold. Now we will come towards the zero order hold. Consider this example. We have a zero order hold. In zero order hold, we take only one sample and draw the replicas where the values are zeros and then join them. But this method is not a good method because it does not reduce some method. So we come to the second method, which is called first order hold. In first order hold, we takes two samples, okay, and we simply join the spikes and then we join all the zeros, all the extreme values by taking the slope of them by using this formula: y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 over y is equal to mx plus c. By using these equations, we join the all extreme zeros. Now here comes the third operation called second order hold. In second order hold, we take three samples and we join these samples by using derivative method. Taking the derivatives of the curves will be clear. Now another method which is more clear to us is an analog method. In this method, we use a sinc function. Sinc function is given by sin x over x, and the diagram of the sinc function is given by this. It is more obvious to us and will be more helpful to solve the questions. Now come to the next part. What is an impulse function? Impulse function is a function which has one value on the zero. This is an impulse function. If we apply the flip, scale and index methods operations on the impulse function, we have this n minus 1. This is the scale method and this is the indexing method. We have this all operation applied on the impulse function. Now decomposition. With the impulse and step function are usually decomposing functions. For even there are two decompositions, an even and odd. Even is given by this formula x over n plus x minus n minus 2, whereas odd is given by this. But output signal in even is symmetric, but in odd is unsymmetric. Thank you. This was the second lecture. We will meet you tomorrow again.